Hey guys, what's up? This is gonna be my first podcast or recap, I guess I'm doing for Survivor. It's gonna be my first video one. All right, so let's get to it. So, Blood versus Water, episode 8, absolutely insane. I loved every second of it. I thought it was awesome. This season's probably gonna end up being one of my favorite ones. I think they did a really good job of casting. I mean, maybe a couple people could have been replaced with others, but it's all like the what ifs. Survivor is huge on this what ifs. All right, so let's get to it. So, Laura B, blindsided. When she opened her mouth and started talking about, Vetus, we're gonna vote you out. It's kind of funny that she did do that because the only other person that has directly told someone they're voting them out in the history of Survivor is Aris on Exile Island. He told Melinda and Sari, he's like, I'm gonna vote out one of you two. So it's pretty insane that his brother is now being talked to like that. It's crazy. But actually, this time what happens is they decide to vote out Laura B. Personally, I think it was some of the players thinking ahead and thinking about the merge and thinking that they could hook up, and form new alliances. Tina, Katie, Aris, Vetus. That's a perfect four because also Tina has always said in all of the interviews that they did an all-winner season. She would want to align with Aris, just because they were similar players, I guess. Which they are similar in some ways. They're both very likable, but Aris didn't really have the social game that Tina had. But anyway, going on to this episode, Blood versus Water. So we have the duel: John and the two Lauras, and Laura M won, and I'm a huge fan of Laura Moret. I loved her in Samoa. I wish she would have stayed longer on Samoa. I thought she would have been a really good player, but you know, Russell Hantz is a Survivor player. But oh well. I thought she did great in this duel, and she showed that she had a lot of strength. When they sent her to Redemption, the reason why they really sent her there was to beat Brad Culpepper. But she ended up beating everyone, which is pretty cool, and she earned her way back into the game. And then, boom, the merge happens. I love the merge episode. The merge episode is usually where the big blindside happens or something crazy happens. So, right off the back, boom, we have Hayden Moss, the winner of Big Brother 12. One of my favorite Big Brother players. He just lays it all out there. How can I be on the right side of the numbers? That's perfect. That's where you need to be in the merge. Because if you're on the wrong side of the numbers, that first half of the merge, it's going to be bad. Towards the middle of the merge, if you're on the wrong side of the numbers, it can be beneficial because you can flip and then you can go do other things. But right now, you just got to make sure that you're on the right side. And then I think my favorite moment of the episode was when Sierra was coaching her mother or teaching her mom. I thought that was great. Sierra is in the best possible position right now to win the game. Sierra has no target on her. The only possible target is that she's Laura's daughter, but still, the target's on Laura. Sierra, not super physical, hasn't won challenges yet. She didn't win that. They didn't win that many challenges as Tadahana until they broke it down and they had the tribe swap or whatever. That doesn't count. Sierra's very social. She has a great social game, and also she's really smart, extremely intelligent. I think Sierra could take it, the whole thing. I think Sierra could go to the end right now and take it. My top picks, though, to win are Sierra is my first pick. I put Tyson at second, and then it's hard. I would love for a Vetus win, but I think Vetus is in a bad spot now. Moving on with the episode, they did the first challenge, individual immunity, which was one of the challenges from Survivor Nicaragua, and it came down to Aris and Vetus, a similar situation we've seen all season. Aris and Vetus, Aris and Vetus. Vetus beat Aris. Boom, just beat him at the last minute. And it's so funny that when you're fighting most for that immunity, you really needed it. So Vetus won the challenge. He has immunity. He's safe. So Vetus has some room to play because he won immunity. You know, And Aris, the thing about Aris was he was acting way too confident. So many players have said the minute that I got too confident, too cocky, I got voted out. So the thing about Survivor is you can't ever get confident. You have to always constantly be thinking, but the thing is you don't want to overthink too much because then you'll look like an over-strategizer and they'll get rid of you. It's a hard thing to grasp, you know. I haven't ever played Survivor myself, but I think I do pretty damn well. But so they get to Tribal Council. Honestly, going into Tribal Council, I had no idea what was going to happen. I didn't know if Laura was going to go. I didn't know if Aris was going to go. Then when Laura came up with the idea to put votes on Tina, I understand the idea, but, you know, it should just be like, it should be either get the huge threat out or get Aris out. But here's something that people don't think about. You know, being from Knoxville, I am a huge Tina Wesson fan. You know, Tina was the first female winner to win the game. Tina has an amazing social game, and Tina also had one of the best final tribal councils ever. People underestimate her so much as a competitor and with her social game. Tina set the dynamic for the social game. You want to know the pioneers of Survivor? Richard Hatch set up alliances. Tina Wesson set up the social game. Rob Sesternino took the game of alliances and he mastered the flip-flop technique, and Rob Mariano crafted, the backstabbing technique of Survivor. So you can look at those four as kind of like the pioneers of it. Tina Wesson, though, is a huge threat, and if they don't see that soon, she's going to just start going through and she's going to slide in, and Tina's going to go far. I really hope Tina goes far. So we get to Tribal. I have no idea what's going to go on. And Aris gets blindsided. You know, CBS said it was a blindside. It wasn't a blindside. Aris is one of the most likable winners ever. He's a likable guy. Great. Well, up until a couple episodes ago, he had a great social game. And people liked him. He's a huge threat to win. I'd get rid of Aris first if I was on the island, you know? But the thing with that is, getting rid of Aris, great move. The next play they should do is they need to get rid of someone who they think can beat Aris at Redemption. You want to send someone, maybe send Vetus. Maybe send Laura M back. Maybe send Laura M back to Redemption just to beat people at Redemption. She could do it. She's smart. She's tough. She's great. Laura's awesome. That should be their next play, though. And now for my power rankings for this week. I think that Sierra's in the best position. Tyson is second. And then I think pretty much everyone else that voted along the lines, the people that are in trouble, Tina, Katie, Vetus, definitely all in trouble. Tina, Katie, and Vetus will most likely be the next ones to go. But that was my recap of Blood vs. Water, episode 8. And I really hope that I can do some more of these, because I really like talking about reality TV. I'm just like Rob Sesternino. I love it. Cool. Shane out.